everyone, and thank you so much for sticking around with us. And hopefully you had a lot of fun with the conversation that we had with Mr. Let Go. And stick around, we have the other part of it coming later after this segment. And of course, this is a segment that we say Ask a Question, where we ask questions that is part of our culture and very taboo that we don't really talk about openly, but we bring it right here and we discuss it on the Sister Show platform. The question is, why are women the most pressured people than men when it comes to getting into marriages? What's you guys' take on that? And of course, come and let us know what you think, why that is.
They always ask us, why are we not married? But we're not the ones that usually go to ask man's hand in marriage. It's the other way around. Like when I said I should be able to ask a man to marry me, you guys are like, ooh, you should not do that. And then, but at the same time, people will always ask, why are you still not married? I'm not the one that goes around and asks people to marry me. At least the culture does not expect us to do that. And my mom doesn't directly say it, but she'll say, oh, I'm praying for you to find a husband. I'm like,
is that a nice way of saying you need to get married?
I think so.
Well, you know, that doesn't only come from mom though. Like, I remember I was speaking to one of my cousins in Senegal, and the first thing she said before we got off the phone is, so I didn't look at it like, okay, but then now that you guys are saying this, it's because I'm not married. That's why she feels like she has to pray for me to be married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it means. Get married. Hurry up. When is it? The time is clicking. You're getting old. Your ovaries are going to dry up. No, but this is the thing. I think no matter how much successful you are or how successful you are in whatever you do, nobody claps for you. The question is always, but when are you getting married though?
So do you think that society is looking at it like you're not complete until and unless you get married?
You're not complete.
Okay, that's messed up.
You're married.
That's
so no matter how much you have accomplished in life, you have still not accomplished a thing unless there's a ring on it.
You know, I was watching this lady too, and what she said was, I think us women also accept that. We're the ones that actually mold society to believing in that, because right now, if you are going to put your CV or your bio, most women, what they would put on top is, I'm a wife and a mother and blah, blah, blah. They don't say, I'm a doctor and I'm
a mother, a doctor, and then the wife comes on.
You don't need to say, I am a mother, I am a wife. You should say what you have achieved.
I disagree there. I do believe that a lot of people, even men, I see men doing it. They put, I'm a father. For me, that means a lot, because that means you truly take pride in that. Like, that's the utmost thing for you.
I'm not saying it's wrong, but if I'm trying to say what are my achievement chronologically, it should not be a mother. I was not a mother first before I became all of this. If you're going to let society accept who you are or your achievements, and you listed it chronologically, it should not be being a mother first.
Like being a mother should not be the number one thing in your bio or your resume. Like,
yes,
I understand if you are writing a dating profile, it's understandable. You could be like, I'm a mother or I'm a father, because this is a dating profile and you're trying to make sure that these people know who you are. But just writing a bio, like, that's my private life. Like,
in the African society, I think it's more prevalent in terms of, like, if you're not married. And I've seen the examples where, let's say, single women that may want to get into politics, the first thing that people will say is like, oh, this person has not even run a household, like they're not even married, which is completely ludicrous, right?
But that's towards the men, right? Not the woman.
No, the woman. Especially the woman. They even harder on the woman, because they're like, oh, this person is you're not even married. You don't even have a husband.
What you said makes sense, Ole, because I'm thinking that should apply more to the guy, because then you could show that you actually are head of a household, right? But then in terms of the woman, I could say that could be a distraction for you to be able to lead me politically, because usually if you're a mom, and no offense, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking, because it's Ask a Question, we're breaking boundaries with things and taboo stuff. So I'm saying with women, usually it's more like, okay, if you are very involved in the house and a mom and a wife, it's going to be very hard for you to also deliver in the political arena.
Not really.
necessarily.
Women,
no,
women are very good at multitasking. right? Women are very good. Men are not very good at multitasking.
Okay, but I'm saying
women
it's
are
gonna
very
be
good.
hard to balance. I'm saying that it's
No,
gonna be
it's
hard to
not.
balance the politics and your house at the same time and have both correctly going right.
Actually, I'm not saying this because I'm just a single parent. I would even vote for a single parent, knowing the fact that they are a leader in their own house and they're able to multitask and do multiple different things and still come up with results than someone that is married and have everything given to them and has all this extra help.
No, I don't agree with you guys. As long as the person is competent enough to lead, they don't like relationship doesn't even have to tie in there. So Jay, what you're trying to say here is if you're not a single mother, then they should not even vote for you, right?
Like, no. That's
no, she didn't say that.
I'm not in my own dream. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is very clear. I'm saying in the defense of the mother or a single parent, in their defense,
I am not a mother.
That's what I'm saying. So just because someone is not married, just because somebody is not married or somebody is married or somebody is single does not define their capabilities. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Going back to the topic, what you are doing as a society is you're forcing us to settle down,
get married.
To settle down with any Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah.
Okay, that comes our way, and guess what? That's why we have a lot of single parents because a lot of single mothers because most of these deadbeat fathers, okay, are just out here running in every house and pumping gas and leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop asking people when they are getting married. When the time comes and they find the right person, they'll get married. I'm sick and tired of it.
No, I agree with you, Amy, 100%, because I feel like that might be the reason why it's a high divorce rate, because you are just you're not teaching anyone anything about, like I said before, how to show up in a relationship, how to be the best woman that they can, how to build themselves up and all this stuff. But then you are telling them, get married. Like Amy said, you get married to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. People just get married just to be married. Like, honestly, like I've seen people that get married and like they had no business getting married to that person. Who am I to judge? But I'm just saying. But they just getting married without even knowing the person. But because society has put so much pressure on them, they're doing it just to do it. And that's crazy.
This is the thing. Divorce is actually the least of the problems that it puts us in as women. Another one is abuse, right? Because we are just going in blindly. And when we get into these relationships, we are made, again, society is the biggest problem. It's the evil. Society is haram, I'm telling you. Okay? Because our society is terrible.
Did you just say society is haram? Wait.
Society is haram, I'm telling you. Because they will force you to get into this relationship, number one, okay? And then you get into this relationship or this marriage, right? And then it's the same society that will come back, okay? To harass you once you start having 5 and 6 and 7 divorces, right? Please, if you are in your marriage, you're not happy, get the hell out. Leave. Don't stay. I'm telling you. My own sister, if you are there, you're not happy, leave. Okay? Because it's the same society that will pressure you into staying. Oh, Munya, if you don't go, you better run.
Okay. I think culturally, like, women are always the ones that are being pressured, right? Number one, I guess because of the reproductive cycle, and maybe Dr. J can chime in whether even that's valid. I'm just saying culturally, that's what they say, right? It's like, I'm time to say, right?
I'm dumb.
Right? And then I think the other thing is also maybe like the parents, they wanna just marry the daughters off because they don't want you to have a kid outside of wedlock, right? So it's like, okay,
but that's not usually the Gambian issue. That doesn't happen
it is. In some cases,
it is. It's one of them.
In some cultures, it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things. It's like, hurry up, get married, right? Because then that way you will not bring any sprays.
No, it's sad because it's the same thing like you were saying earlier, like Ole was saying earlier on. It's like they do it sometimes because they don't want you to have a child, outside of like a marital home, right? But who cares? We in 2021. If I want to have a baby and not have a husband, that's what I want to do.
Amy, the religious people are gonna come after you.
It's my graveyard.
We gotta call Mr. Let Go.
Listen. We have to get away from the what's normal.
Well, okay, but what about the religion? What
society?
about? Okay, let's be honest. Though. What about the religion part of it, right?
You are with your own God. Your God will deal with you in that way, with him.
Hellfire.
But this is the thing.
This woman has gone mad.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will forgive you all your sins except one, shirk. Right?
Huh?
That's not shirk.
What
It's not.
she say?
You don't understand what shirk means? Jay, please teach your sister. You don't even know Islam. You are lost.
Associating like others with God.
Like basically worshiping other things with God, right? So like the thing is, that's between me and God. If it like some things happen accidentally, like nobody just wakes up and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna go make a baby today." Like,
that's not accidental.
One of the consequences of doing certain things, you may get pregnant. So
you are trying to tell me people have not been taking contraceptives and still get pregnant. Then how is that not accidental?
Okay, but the only contraceptive, when you look at the contraception, the only contraceptive that's 100% effective is what?
Abstain.
Thank you. Abstinence.
My friend,
go be celibate until you get married. That's what they say. But hurry up and get married because the time is ticking. Okay? We're gonna go back and have a conversation with Mr. Let Go and see if we can help you to get married.
But hold on, before Mr. Let Go comes back, I think our parents themselves, they are all confused. If you ask them, very confused people at this.
She's lost.
No. But listen, I'm talking to all of them. You want to sit here and complain about somebody getting married and not having a husband. But when they used to date, you used to cane them with sticks, saying you can't be in a relationship. Choose one. You cane me, don't have a relationship. Now I don't have a relationship. Now you want to cry.
Look at Jay's face. On that note, we're going to drop this conversation right here. Make sure you're commenting. Let us know. Why is it that our society actually put a lot of pressure on women to get married more than men? Besides the baby situation that Ole talked about, which maybe that's the reason. But I think it's even more than that to them. I honestly don't think that's the only reason. I think society just think that if you are not married, you are nothing. Every woman has to be married. What I'm saying is allow people to get married with the right people. And that means it's a process. It might take time. Yeah, don't rush it.
Because if they force you to get married, you're the one who's gonna suffer the consequences. So if you're not
ready,
that's
what I've been doing. That's why, Ole, that's why I've been. Because I know, because you are the only person with your husband, and you have to be happy. If you stay miserable, that's your choice, right?
And so if you get in there,
I'm not gonna let anybody pressure me.
If you get in there, he makes miserable, honey, leave. Don't stay.
Okay, on that note, don't leave. Stay right here and we'll be right back and we'll listen to the next part of this conversation, which is men to stay away from. And hopefully in the future we'll bring women to stay away from. We'll be right back.